Good morning, dear students. Today we start the next chapter from the Hornbill book in class plus one. The topic of the chapter is the adventure. The title is The Adventure. And actually, this chapter talks about a visit of two different worlds, okay, due to certain reason. Okay, the writer is Jayant Narlikar. And now characters. In this one we have two characters. Character 1, Gangadhar Pant, okay, the lead role character, who is a historian and people call him Professor Gaitonde. Got it? His name is Gangadhar Pant, but he is well known with his name Professor Gaitonde. Second one is his friend Rajendra Deshpande. Okay, so only these two characters we have in this story. And most commonly the story revolves around Gangadhar Pant or Professor Gaitonde. Got it? So Professor Gaitonde took service of Jijamata Express, the name of train, and his plan of action. What was his plan of action? He will go to Bombay, okay, by this Jijamata Express. He will visit big library and read history books. Plan number 1. Got it? In Bombay, he will go to big library and read history books. Then to return to Pune, okay, then coming to Pune, long talk with his friend Rajendra Deshpande. It means this long talk will be based on history, especially because he is a historian, so he will talk about history only. Then the Jijamata Express reached at Sarhad. Sarhad at that time was a name of railway station. Okay, and my dear students, Sarhad was the place where two different parts of the world, like this is Sarhad, after this and before this. After this, the region or kingdom of Britain or Britisher was started, and before this, the Mughal Empire. So this was the Sarhad. So what was special about Sarhad? All the people at Sarhad Anglo-Indian uniform. Okay, all the employees of railway and some other people, they were also in Anglo-Indian uniform. Second, this point was the point where British Raj was started and Union Jack was painted on the compartment of railway. Got my point? So these are the identification that after this point British Raj would start. Okay, and then there was also a building that is Victoria Terminus. Victoria, you also can assume with the name of Victoria, directly belong to Britain, the Queen. And after that, no effect of East India after 1857. We know after this year, with the revolution or the great movement of 1857, there was no effect of East India Company, okay, in Indian subcontinent. Thereafter, history had taken a different turn. According to Professor Gaitonde, history has taken a different turn. And my dear children, this chapter will tell us that how did Professor Gaitonde prove it very well that history has taken different turn. So two things were there: how history has taken a different turn and when history had taken a different turn. So to find out the answer of these two questions, Professor Gaitonde will go to library, okay, will discuss with his friend Rajendra Deshpande and will visit Azad Maidan. Got it? And apart from all these things, he will also discuss the theory of catastrophe. Got it? And lastly, he will do all these things with the help of a transition. With the help of a transition. Got it? Don't forget this word and this theory of catastrophe. These two are very important part of this chapter. Now, so as he reached over there, a visit to Hornby Road. He reached at a Hornby Road and went to office, and there he had a discussion to receptionist, and he told the receptionist that he wanted to meet Vinay Gaitonde. And who is Vinay Gaitonde? Vinay Gaitonde is the son of Professor Gaitonde. Okay. Then receptionist replied to him that she searched every directory and she has called all the offices regarding this company and there is no record of such person Vinay Gaitonde. That's why, as per the record, C means the receptionist gave a negative result that there is nobody whose name is Vinay Gaitonde. Then, my dear children, historian Professor Gaitonde finds out that according to this receptionist or this company, I don't have a child name Vinay Gaitonde, or might be my child had not taken birth, but in reality he was alive. He was alive. My dear children, you will find such twist in this chapter. That's why the history had taken a different turn. And these two things are happening because of an accident. Okay, we will discuss this accident just after some time. Okay, so he reached at the office and he made an inquiry about his son Vinay Gaitonde, but he did not get any positive response. And as he left that office, then he pointed out the record of the company or the firm that according to this firm or this company, my child had not taken birth, even though it was in reality that Vinay Gaitonde was the son of Professor Gaitonde. Got it? Then visit to town hall. Okay, then he goes to town hall, and in the town hall there was a library, and by going to library he asked 5 books to the librarian that he wanted to do some studies. That's why he requires 5 books. My dear children, 5 books he took from the librarian, and out of 5 books 4 books he had already read about history, and out of 1 book, means the 5th one, he has written himself. Okay, he has written himself. So one was written by him, means he was a historian, so he also has written a book, so which he was reading himself. So 4 books at that time were completed by him only. Then in this book he reads out the discussion of Battle of Panipat. This is the crucial part in the chapter in which we will get to know that history has taken a different turn. Actually, in this one, who remained the winner? Obviously, Abdali. But here, the result is different from that, what we read in history books or what history speaks to us. Now, Maratha won. Okay, he was reading in the book, and in this book it was written Maratha won. But in history and in the book, both things are different. Here, as per the consideration of the Professor Gaitonde, Maratha won and Abdali defeated. But in reality, Abdali won and Maratha defeated. Okay, but in this book that he was reading right now in the library which was situated in the town hall, just read. In this part, he reads Vishwas Rao and his son Madhva Rao. They were Maratha. Sharpened their bravery, put a puppet in Delhi like Mughal emperor. So, as a victory, Maratha people, especially Vishwas Rao and Madhva Rao, they were known for their bravery. So, as they were victor, so they put the head of Delhi, a Mughal emperor, and this Mughal emperor was just a puppet in the hands of Maratha. This is the content that he was reading in the book right now while sitting in the library. Thereafter, later, Peshwas was replaced by democratic election bodies. Okay, these were the Peshwas, Vishwas Rao and Maratha Rao and all these. But after some time or later on, these Marathas were replaced by democratic election bodies. Means right now we have democracy, so that was replaced. Okay, means Marathas were replaced by democratic election bodies. Got it? So this is he was reading in the book. Next, professor went through a book. The book was Bahu Sahib Banki Bhakar. This was the book that he was reading all the things opposite to the reality of the history. Got my children? Then to see the germs of truth. So the page on which he was reading all these things in this book, Bahu Sahib Banki Bhakar. This was the book in which he was reading that Maratha won and Abdali defeated, and all the Peshwas they put a puppet in capital like Delhi and remained ruling party. But later on, all the Peshwas they were replaced by democratic election bodies. But my dear children, when he was reading all this truth from the book Bahu Sahib Banki Bhakar, he tore some pages from the same book and put in his pocket as an evidence so that he could show to anybody who has query about the winning of Maratha in Battle of Panipat and defeating of Abdali in Battle of Panipat. Got it? Then he goes to Azad Maidan, and right now in Azad Maidan a rally, or I should say a meeting was going on. A meeting was going on, and in this meeting the main chair, means the guest chair, was free, was vacant, and he could not control himself. So he went to on the stage and occupy that chair, means the main chair or the chair of chief person. Okay, but the audience of that particular meeting did not want anybody to sit on the chair, because they want that nobody should or nobody could preach them, nobody could direct them, nobody could guide them. So knowingly the meeting people or the spectator, they put that chair free. They did not invite anyone to occupy that chair. But Professor Gaitonde could not control himself and went to the stage and occupied that chair. And my dear children, one more thing I just tell you, 999 meeting he has attended, or he has delivered his species like 999, and this meeting that is going on in Azad Maidan will be his 100th meeting. Okay, as he reached over there, he got eggs, slippers, tomatoes on him, because he had great experience of such things. But later on, forcefully he was removed from the stage, and after that nobody could see him in this crowd of Azad Maidan. But at last, anyhow, he has fulfilled his aim of attending 1000 meeting on the stage. Got, my dear children? Then after 2 days, so 2 days he spent in this one, like going to town hall, sitting in library, reading 5 books, discussion about Battle of Panipat, like Vishwas Rao, Delhi, Mughal Emperor, Maratha won and Abdali defeated, and the scene of Azad Maidan and tearing some pages, like all these things. Then after 2 days, Gangadhar Pant narrated to Rajendra Prasad everything that he has experienced. What he has experienced, like going to Azad Maidan, sitting on the chair, giving lecture and tearing some pages from the library book, going to town hall in the library, asking for books, and everything he had explained to the friend Rajendra Deshpande. After 2 days, he came back in real world. Okay, and my dear children, I just want to tell you that these 2 days he spent in another world, not in practical world. Now see what could be the reason. He actually met an accident and was thinking about catastrophic theory and its implications. When this accident took place, at that time while driving his car, Professor Gaitonde was thinking about catastrophic theory. I told you to remember this word, catastrophic theory. Okay, catastrophic theory means a theory by which a person remains in practical world physically and visit the another world mentally. This is the thing that is catastrophic theory. Got it? And showed the torn pages. But one thing he did, that he put his hand into his pocket and showed 2 pages that he already had torn from the library book of Bhau Sahib Banchi Bhakar. He showed these 2 pages. But when he told everything to him, Rajendra Prasad told him that at that time, or before the accident taking place, he was thinking about catastrophic theory. Now again, short thing about Battle of Panipat. Death of Vishwas Rao won the turning point in the Battle of Panipat. death of Vishwas Rao was the turning point. Lost their morale as the army chief got the you know death. That was their turning point, and all the people of that army, they lost their morale. Okay, the page contained the happening in an another way. Another way means like Abdali defeated and Maratha won. This is the another way, but actually Maratha defeated and Abdali won the battle of Panipat. Okay, then this was happening because of lack of determinism in quantum theory. Again, one of the most important theory you might have studied in your science stream, quantum theory. So three things are there, my dear children. One is quantum theory, second is catastrophic theory, and third is transition. Okay, by making a transition, this is the one of the most important word, transition. Two different worlds. Gangadhar Pant has visited two different world. Okay, one needed some interaction to cause a transition. It means it is the moral thing of this chapter that if anybody wants to interact between two worlds, the person should be very transitive. Then it is all depend on neuron. A neuron are found in brain, acted as trigger we have in gun like this one. So neuron, they struck very fast and do change our mind on the spot to think something different what is in reality. And lastly, my dear children, what course history would have taken if the result of the battle of Panipat had gone the other way? Got it? So this is the thing, what will happen, what would have happened to us if the battle of Panipat or the history has taken a different turn. The result would be catastrophic. Okay, so this is the outline of the chapter, my dear children, and in next video we will do reading of the chapter. Till then, take care, goodbye.